This week on West of Nowhere, we talk about a fighter jet falling off of an aircraft carrier, the question taking social media by storm, the 100 men versus one gorilla. We talk about the NFL draft and fentanyl seizures that have, not seizures, but like confiscating, that have saved an alleged 238 million Americans. Also, coincidentally, the United States Health Department is ending funding for Narcan. A Florida man and his three wives, a different Florida man harassing realtors at open houses, and in this week's Am I the Asshole, should you give your dead son's college fund to his stepbrother from your ex-wife's new marriage? We'd also like to thank the following people, our Patreon people: Pantera Girl, Colton Zamersla, Lord Reverend Professor Rusty J. Lugnuts, Shane's Daddy, aka Andres Vias the God, Kevin Garahan, Chantel and Mark Stadler, Colby Jordan, and Kylie Gangwish. And away we go.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, freak show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I am Levi.
And I'm Shane.
Yep. And thanks for joining us. See you next time. No. I'm pretty sure we did that one time. Like, no. God, I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was when we were live streaming. And we were just like, hey, we just live stream, so go, if you want to listen to the episode, go to the thing or something like that. It's been a hot minute since we did that.
I think it's when we first stopped doing live streams.
Oh.
And,
I think it's when we first started doing them.
oh. No,
It doesn't matter.
there was some
but
issue, and then I think I just was able to take the audio.
Yeah. Actually, it had to, I think it was, we just used the video of the live stream, and it was like, yeah, I don't know. Not important, but
Yeah.
anyway. So, we're back to our regular scheduled programming. I don't know if you guys know this, but you probably do if you listen to the show. We're not super good at times. We're getting better, I think. Way better than last deployment, I would say.
Really? Because I feel like last deployment we like never missed an episode.
We had like a whole month.
Last deployment? No, that
Yeah.
was this deployment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
That was this time around. Last deployment, like, I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed in the same spot. So we were able to just like clockwork pump them out.
No.
And I was on the same shift the entire time, so like it didn't like mess up anything. But for everyone listening, the reason why we missed last week is because I swapped to day shift out here, which is actually super inconvenient for anyone living in the States.
Yeah. You are a whopping 14 hours ahead of us as is.
Yeah.
So you have just woken up for your day.
Yeah, it's
So
it's 7 about to be, I think it's about to be 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's about to be 6 p.m. here. So, yeah, it's a little tricky to, navigate things. But anyway, so we're here. We got a lot of comments, 42 comments.
Jesus Christ, what?
One of the best numbers there is. Yeah, so hard to paint. And also, offer still stands. You guys get it to 100, we will pick somebody, get a shirt too. So, anyway, let's see where to begin. Man, and it's like everybody too, everybody in the club. Let's go with T-Ferg. He says Benny Hill theme song is one of the best pieces to out a gag chase scene to. I'm gonna say It's probably supposed to be put a gag chase scene to. That's the Benny Hill one. And I agree. I wish that you could just click on something and then that whatever you're experiencing would be set to the Benny Hill theme, because there's sometimes that I struggle like looking for stuff in my house, in my own house where only I live. I'm like, how could I possibly have lost this? And so I wish that theme song would start playing as I'm like running around the house trying to find something that I alone lost. You know, little things like that. But he also says, Levi, you're in charge of 1.653% podcasts. I don't know if that number's accurate, but just because you don't need OPSEC training for them doesn't mean you're less important. That's true, but I feel like OPSEC is something that everybody should be practicing. Doesn't necessarily mean it actually has to apply to anything secretive or operational. You know, you just gotta tighten up, as some people would say. But yeah. Also, let's switch up to Boudica. Boudica, the barbarian queen, time-stamped 4155 and said, with the heart eye emoji, really. And that is when I said, unsurprisingly, I am single. So, what's up? Once again, the I don't know how it works, but I get the lion's share of the attention, and I think it's hilarious because you think you're prettier than me, and that's false. But see what happens. I get a little bit of attention, and it just goes to my head.
It does do
that. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and then it like inspired a random super long comment thread, which is
I'm reading it right now.
Oh man. So Rodney responded, he said, "Take it easy, sweetheart. He's single, not handing out roses." And then she said, "That's okay, I can bring flowers." And then he said, "Bringing flowers? What's next? You planning the honeymoon?" And then she said, "Nah, my hand's just tired." I don't know what that means, but it sounds inappropriate.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he says, "Careful, you're going to get carpal tunnel before you get a date." And then Clem with the hot wings coming in says, "This is why smut isn't frivolous. I'm not sure if you should read more to keep you from harassing innocent podcasters or read less because it encourages weird behavior." Here's the thing. I don't know that I would be innocent. And she even says as much later on. She says, "We're sweet baby angels," which is true. We don't even do the sex ever. As I yell at my dog for barking.
It's been 6
1 week
months
since you looked at me. Oh, all right. So yeah, I don't do it. First of all, I respect women, so.
Look, Levi is such a feminist. He doesn't even have sex with women. Okay.
Yeah, not. I couldn't think of a good way to phrase that. Listen, I, from an early age, I've had this ability of women just are obsessed with me, and I don't get it. But there's one of our listeners is flashed me one time randomly when we were in middle school. So I'm not gonna name names because there's a lot of my friends that listen to this podcast. I just realized. They're like, "Wait a minute, which one of us was it?" You know who you are. Anyway, so it's just a thing that I've always had. I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to capitalize on it, which is the most annoying part.
Yeah.
But anyway, hit us with an email. I'll send you my address. Anyway, so moving. Clem with the hot wings on his own comment says, wild how the guy skipped every option between just break up and felony, talking about the guy who called in the bomb threat on the cruise. Yeah. If you're that mad that you have to watch your girlfriend's animals, you probably should just cut your losses and find somebody else. Like, you know, I don't know. People think that they're like immune to real life consequences when he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to call in a bomb on their ship and they're going to have to come home. I'll show them. No, man. No, then you get to go to jail. Fun fact. You won't be watching the animals, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. Glitter Lizard about the Am I the Asshole says, unless he's telling these lies so constantly to the point truth and fiction are indistinguishable, I really just think it's funny and grounds for some hilarious inside jokes. And I don't know why she would feel embarrassed. He's the storyteller. I would laugh and call him a dumbass because it's so absurd. I can't understand being that mad unless there's more than he's letting on, or like you said, she's a wee bit of a cunt. Listen, I don't know. It's tough because we're judging it based off of his story, you know. I just don't think that the reaction he got from the comment section is fair.
Yeah, not at all.
Like, I don't know. She definitely has no sense of humor. But, you know, it's fine. Everybody is pretty much saying that the girlfriend needs to lighten up, so that's good. But yeah, so let's get into her, I suppose, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of OPSEC and you being on deployment, what's up with you throwing fucking airplanes off the edge of the ship, dude?
That was not me.
Yeah, that's what they all say. So if you're confused in the dark, let me lighten it up for you. There is a F-18 in the ocean now, so that's cool. It's a F-18 was lost at sea from the USS Harry S. Truman. It was being towed, and it I don't know, man. They say it was actively under tow in the hangar bay when the move crew lost control of the aircraft. The aircraft and tow tractor were lost overboard.
Yeah, they were doing evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, like you do in the tow truck, or the ship was.
No, the ship was doing evasive maneuvers while they were towing the aircraft, which is crazy. They were towing the aircraft while that was happening.
Yeah, because usually they are like, hey, bro, we're about to do some shit. Make sure everything's, dogged down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stop what the fuck you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that seems like a break in the chain of communication, right? Just
the only
like
thing I can think of is that
coordinating
while they were
everything.
already moving the aircraft, the missile was shot at them, and then they were like fucking evasive maneuvers.
Well, they got shot at.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It says right here, Yemen's Houthi rebels claimed on Monday to have launched a drone and a missile attack on the aircraft carrier, which is in the Red Sea. OPSEC, my bad. Pretty crazy, though. Not good, because that's a chunk of change that you're losing the aircraft in. But yeah, here's a picture of the Truman doing evasive action in 2009.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent angle that you're at, because if you look at right where my mouse is, that's an airplane, and a person is just a tad shorter than that. Okay, so now quantify that into how much that ship is leaning. That's crazy. Yeah. I also found this fun part in this article that says powered by 2 nuclear reactors driving 4 propeller shafts. Nimitz-class carriers like the Truman can reach speeds in excess of 34 miles an hour. Which, it just cracks me up to see all that preamble and then it's like 34 miles an hour. I know how fast that feels on one of those things. Like, obviously, you're making a skyscraper move 34 or 40 miles an hour or whatever. It's impressive, but just seeing it written out like that, it doesn't look super super fucking cool.
I know, right? Yeah, but that is fast on the water.
Yeah. Like, when we were doing out chop, did you leave in Singapore or in Hawaii?
I left before that.
Oh, you flew off before
I flew
Hawaii,
off out of
right?
Bahrain. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, when we were going through the Pacific, we were fucking cooking. Like, between Singapore and Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting 40 across the bow, and it's just the big old waves, you know, just rock you right to sleep, though. So there's a question that's been perplexing the people of the internet.
Oh, dude, fuck. Let's go. I know what it is. Let's do it.
And it's right up your alley because you always side with the wrong one on this. So,
shit.
100 men versus 1 silverback gorilla.
This is an easy fucking answer. It's so easy.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Are you gonna state your case? Or?
Yeah. So the 100 men would win. 100 men.
Okay. Wow. I did not see. Oh, fucking a grizzly bear couldn't kill a gorilla, but god damn it, 100 dudes can.
100. Okay, look. Out of the 100, you figured 10% are gonna run because they're scared. So 90, right? Out of that 90, the gorilla's probably gonna kill 30 of them. I'm not saying the gorilla's not gonna fucking just absolutely maim some motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But he's gonna get tired.
Yeah. Eventually. Yeah. I think what one of the biggest issues, and this is like I've talked about this before, but people personify gorillas a little too much. They watch King Kong tear apart that fucking dinosaur, and they're like, obviously, every gorilla's gonna fight like that. Not true. Not how they fight at all. But, you know, if you take all the context out, like, the gorilla's not gonna run away because that's what it would do if it fucking had 100 of anything coming at it.
Yeah.
And all of the men are going to fight to the bitter end because in real life, that probably wouldn't happen. You're going to have some dudes run the fuck away, shit their pants, whatever.
Yeah.
It would be super interesting just to see. I've seen some very interesting depictions of it, like on Total Accurate Battle Simulators, a game where you can program.
I've seen
like
it,
you
yeah.
Yeah. And that one's annoying because, like, the gorilla hits a guy and he flies 10 feet, which is not accurate. Like, yes, he would hit him and he would fall probably a couple feet, but, like, just yeeting him into the next fucking, you know, thing. I don't know. But I'm impressed. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to go that way.
Okay, so everyone kept talking. They're like barehanded. They're like barehanded. A gorilla could crush your head. Yeah, fine. One guy, the gorilla has his hands on one dude and can crush his head. But he'd have to focus all of his energy into crushing that one dude's head. There's still 99 other dudes there.
Yeah.
Also, you ever been smacked in the face by a toddler?
A lot of times, yeah.
That shit fucking hurts. Now, if 100 dudes are fucking punching you, it's gonna start to fucking knock some sense into your ass. Like you're.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I've said it before also. Leopards kill gorillas in the wild.
Yeah.
And people have killed leopards. So, you know, I'm just saying, you know, if you look at the quantum defibrillator and.
Yeah. And enough people rip out chunks of his fur because they're just trying to kill him and hurt him.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna like rip skin and you're just gonna like it's just gonna be overwhelming.
Well, and I saw one person make the comment like, well, all you have to do, because the big difference between humans fighting it versus another type of animal
Yeah.
is that humans organize in a fight way better than any other animal.
Yeah.
You know, so you get a couple people to be like the first barrage, and then you get a couple more people come out from the back, gouge his eyes out, and then he can't see nothing. And then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, now all we got to do is, you know, wait till he's tired or, you know, keep out of his reach, and he's not going to be able to see anything.
The best one I saw was one guy was like, somebody's gonna suck the gorilla off.
Yeah, I mean, what'd you do for $1 million? Yeah. Anyway,
You gotta distract him.
please.
One person, it's gotta be the fucking, you know, the sacrificial lamb, and you just gotta blow him. And
Yeah.
then while you're blowing him and he can't focus, everyone else can kill him.
It's like that lady who some guy was like gonna shoot her and her kids, and that's what she did. Like, listen, I know a way out of this, which is crazy. Yeah.
That's like that scene on the original Last House on the Left where
I don't know that I've seen.
the original was
original.
in the 60s,
Yeah.
and it's ahead of its time because they like he's gonna kill the mom, and then she seduces the gunman, starts blowing him, and then bites his dick off.
Oh, hell
It's
yeah.
like, Jesus.
That's what you got to do, man. Yeah. Anyway, so let us know what you think of the whole gorilla blow bang situation. The gorilla 1v gorilla 100v people v something. Hey, how do you feel about how your boys did for the draft?
I didn't pay attention, but I know a lot of people are upset about the fact that we drafted that quarterback. Like a lot of people.
That Slough, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And that dude's
Yeah.
pumped. That dude's pumped to come play for the Saints. Like he's happy to come play.
Yeah.
Like so I don't understand why they're so mad.
I don't know. People are weird. People get real weird around draft time. I was pretty annoyed that I kept getting updates from ESPN telling me that fucking Shadur Sanders still hadn't been drafted. Like, why is that the news? How about you tell me when he does get drafted? Like, you know, every other fucking person in the draft. Why is he getting special treatment? So yeah, I don't know. And hilarious that the Browns drafted him because they have like 16 quarterbacks now. So not really sure what their plan is, but
So
here's the thing. If you have 5 quarterbacks out on the field at the same time,
that's $1.25.
that's going to throw people off.
Oh.
It's stupid. Because who's going to throw it? We don't know. There's options. We got options. Yeah.
What I don't understand is why everyone hypes him up so much. Like, yeah, I like from what I saw, he seems like a good quarterback from my like, you know, small knowledge of football, but also he played for like a not big school. They had an okay season or seasons. Like, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was overhyped.
Yeah.
He's got a good arm, sure. He's mentally tough, sure. But he also holds onto the ball way too long, gets sacked a fuck ton. He got sacked 94 times in his 2 years at Colorado.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's getting the shit kicked out of you. Also, pretty tough because he, you know, didn't get like killed during that time. But he's not the magical thing that ESPN wants him to be. Like, I get it, he's fucking Deion Sanders' kid, but look at Shiloh Sanders, he fucking sucks. So, you know, and it's, I don't know, it's crazy because, like, obviously his stats are going to look good because he was throwing to the person who won the fucking Heisman Trophy for a wide receiver / cornerback combo.
Yeah.
I would hope that your stats would be good because his stats are good. So, like, you know, it's not crazy. And watching the way Travis Hunter plays, he like snatches the ball out of the air. So it's not like Shitter's even really contributing that much to his success, because if he's like grabbing the ball in these places and making sure the defender doesn't get it, that's not on the quarterback, I don't think, you know.
Well, I think what we do as a society, like, if there's one great person, we just assume immediately that their kids are going to be just as amazing. And
yeah,
I don't think that's, more times than not, I don't think it's true. Like, the Manning family is different. That's a fluke. There's the rule, there's the exception.
Yeah.
Like, watch. Whenever if Tom Brady's son plays football, gets closer into college, it's going to be insane. People are going to fucking just be on that train.
Yeah. The only one I can think of that is like, man, that guy fucking balls. Like, Marvin Harrison Jr.
That guy's balls. Got it. All right.
Yeah, that guy's balls. Very talented wide receiver, Marvin Harrison, obviously. Played with Peyton Manning, very talented. But yeah, it is usually like, are you going to be as good as him? I don't know. Because usually you look at their parents, the original, like, run, it's like, okay, well, they became a superstar out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who their parents were. And they worked their asses off and were very talented on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, now it seems like they're just succeeding because they have a lot of ability to have like the best kind of trainers and coaches and stuff. And it's like, where does that skill kind of really showcase itself? And I don't know. More often than not, it's usually their ego that drives them backwards, which is Shitter's case, you know. And also he was just over marketed, I would say. But
yeah, I would think that if my father was a famous football player, that I would want to try to play something else.
Yeah,
because
you're always going to be compared to him. Mm-hmm. Even if you play a different position, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're
still playing the same game. And it's like, well, then also, don't you want to fucking do your own thing? Like, be your own guy? I don't know. If I was him, I know that everybody would just talk about, you know, Dion instead of me when I'm being talked about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go fucking play basketball or something. I don't know. I'm going to go be fucking NASCAR driver. That would be wild. Fucker just loves driving fast. I don't know. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go to Florida, shall we?
Let's go.
Florida man was arrested because he had 3 wives in 3 different counties in Florida at the same time. You know, good for him. Yeah. If you can make it work, make it work. The women are also speaking out, saying that the system that the government that you put your marriage license through and everything didn't notify them that he was already married, which I feel like if you're gonna make it illegal for marrying multiple people, maybe do that thing where, like, I don't know, you try to add something to your cart, but it's out of stock. Like, they don't let you. Seems like a really easy thing to do, but
you like click and drag the marriage thing over in your cart, and it says limit 1 per person.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, and I think there's also an issue in Florida, maybe specifically. I don't know. I can't speak on everything else, but this article is talking about how they are struggling because the counties weren't communicating that, right?
Yeah.
And it's registered through the county, but like you would think there'd be an overall state thing that they would, I don't know, go through. But Also, be real interesting to see how he does his taxes. Yeah. Another Florida story. Tampa Bay area realtors say that people need to be wary when they're going to showings of houses because there's a man that shows up to these things and he's touching their feet, which I don't even know how the fuck you do that at a house showing. Yeah, hold on. Oh, yep, your shoe's untied. Let me
Ooh, nice foot.
let me help you out there. Listen. Okay, so now we can't just touch random people's feet at house showings? Cool. Fucking yeah. Free
man.
estate my ass, dude. Can't do anything cool. Yeah. It's wild. And they're talking about like him going to open houses. And like open houses usually have quite a few people at them. And they don't describe how he got away with it. So,
Dude, here I got it, dude. Ready? So he gets there when it's already kind of busy, and then he posts up close to the door, and he's like, "Excuse me, no shoes allowed in the house."
oh my God. Dude, that would be crazy.
And he like wears a nice outfit, and he's like, "I'll take your shoes off for you. It's a part of the experience of the house." And he flips the shoe off, and he's like, "Oh."
I found a
nice
different
foot.
article that describes it. Yeah. He one realtor said that he told her that there was an ant on her foot before he bent down and grabbed her shoe, and then starts unbuckling it and caressing her foot, and she says, "I just thought that was really weird." No shit. At the same time, he's fidgeting with his phone, petting my foot. I think he's trying to take some video type of video of my skirt. It was really alarming. Well, you fucking knee him in the head, dude.
Yeah, what are you still
Florida's
doing?
a state
Like-
where you can stand your ground, like stab him. I don't know. I
That's
guess
awesome.
I can understand how it would be like jarring though. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like
Yeah,
you don't really know how to act, but
You're kind of like stuck in like a small state of shock. You're just like, is this really
Yeah.
going on?
exactly. So, you got to get those shoes from that iconic Will Smith movie, Wild Wild West, where he's got the blade at the tip of his shoe,
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
and then just
Kick him.
kerchow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's options. I would just carry a sword,
Yeah.
but that's just me. Okay. I was gonna talk about this and then I forgot about it. Did you know that in the last couple months, in the first 100 days of Donald's presidency, he has saved 258 million lives by seizing fentanyl. So I
Okay.
did not realize that many people liked fentanyl. That's pretty cool though. Fucking over 3/4 of the population have a fentanyl issue, and they saved all of them because they
Yeah.
seized 1,400 pounds in 100 days.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fentanyl.
Yeah, which is actually down from last year, so not great. Also, I understand what the math is. 1,400 pounds in 100 days, 1,400 pounds could equate to killing that many people, but that's
Yeah.
also not how numbers work, because one person dies from fentanyl, another person isn't just gonna die also. Like,
do you know?
well, did
How
my
dare you
research.
question BDT, okay?
I did my research about it, and yeah. Also, ironic because the Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert Kennedy Jr., not to be confused with the good one, is planning to end a federal Narcan distribution program.
That's a terrible idea. All right.
Yeah. Hey, we're really concerned about the fentanyl that's in the country, but also not going to do anything about it after the person starts overdosing. Yeah. So, and this is the crazy thing. It's really not that much in terms of the scope of spending federally.
Yeah.
It's $56 million annually. But that's like that's chump change. You know?
That's a drop in the bucket. Yeah.
I mean, we just threw a fucking plane worth that much in the water. So, you know.
Well, that's why we got to cut the Narcan funding.
We got to pay for that fucking plane, dude. This one's going to have heated seats, though.
Yep. And iPads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And heated cup holders. And cooled cup holders. Yeah. And it's crazy because, like, all of this is basically, you know, this is like we're not going to spend pointless money, but also, like, you're not really saving any money anywhere else because of it. Like, realistically, feels like they're trying to squeeze as much money to make it look like they're saving more money.
Yeah.
But even as I've talked about before, this, you know, multiple hundreds of billions of dollars that they say they're saying is not true. Like, it's not accurate. And also, even if it was, they're cutting programs that also benefited in trade. Like, so you're not only losing that initial, like, investment, but also you're preventing it from creating money down the road. So anyway, we're doing good.
All right. Well, two major things happened last week when we did not record. And I think everyone should know what they are, which was the Pope died, which I don't think many people are upset about. And
wait, what?
The Pope died.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah. And then my birthday happened.
Happy birthday! He is 52, so congratulations. How's it feel?
It doesn't feel any different.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've had a birthday or two on my day, and I can confirm it does not feel any different. Although it is a little sad when you can't hang out with people or do anything special on your birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I did a shot challenge, and I'll convince Levi to throw it at the end of the video so you guys can see it.
Oh, you have a video of it?
Yeah, 7 shots,
Okay.
30 seconds.
Jesus.
And
Of
all
what?
I got, they wouldn't tell me. So there's like this place close by. It's called the Pink Elephant. It's a
Hell
fucking
yeah.
darts bar, and they have a shot challenge. And it's 7 different shots, and they don't tell you what it is, and you have to take them in the order they tell you. And it was fucking terrible. And I don't think I've been that drunk in a very long time.
I mean, and that's saying something. Hey, well, you know what? Good for you. Is there a significant reason behind 7 of them?
That's just
Or
like
is it
their
just-
challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
All you get is a picture on their wall if you do it. So I'm in a random bar in
Oh,
Japan.
yeah, I can't fucking did it, dude. You're not even looking at the camera. Did you get it? Let me see it. Hell yeah, nice. Yeah. All right. You got a thing today or what?
Well, oh yeah, dude. Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the thing. All right.
I don't know. Did you want to?
Yeah, I got it. All right.
It's
If
your
you made it this
birthday.
far, stop what you're doing. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us some comments and reviews and places. I'm sure Levi will figure out you did it eventually.
Maybe.
All right. Am I the asshole for spending my son's university fund on a trip to Europe to drink beer like I always threatened instead of giving it to his stepbrother after he passed away?
Oh boy. All right.
My son was smart, smarter than me. I almost requested a paternity test because he was so damn intelligent. That is a joke.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. Getting ahead of the comments. I like it.
My ex and I divorced when he was about 12. She remarried when he was 14. I did when he was 16. I had an RESP set up for him. Oh, that's an education fund in Canada.
All right.
I like this guy.
Yeah. He's fucking getting ahead of the comments. He's answering questions before they happen. All right.
As long as he went for post-secondary education, he could use the money for anything. Okay, this is bullshit. Hold on.
All right.
All right. He could use the money for anything. I always told him that I was okay with him not going to university. That way I could use the money I had saved for him to go to Belgium and buy some beer from monks that only allow you to buy one case.
As every father dreams. Yeah.
He knew I was joking and he always played along. He wouldn't let me get his goat. When he got accepted to McGill, it was the proudest moment of my life. I took him out for a beer to celebrate his achievement and mourn the loss of my trip to Europe. And get ready to cry. My son was struck and killed by a drunk driver in March. I'm dealing with it. My ex is dealing with it. My wife has been nothing but my rock in this. She's holding me up. I was dealing with the funeral arrangements and everything when my ex came to talk to me about his money. She knew he had a scholarship and was just going to use the money for living expenses and an emergency fund. She asked me what I was going to do with it. I said I was going to do what I always said I would. I was going to go to Europe to drink beer. She asked if she could have it for her stepson. I thought about it and said no. Her husband is a decent enough person, but he made it clear that he wasn't responsible for any expenses for my son, beyond food and shelter and obvious stuff. Like I said, he is decent. I said I was not going to do that. I was going to go drink beer in my son's honor. She says I'm wasting thousands of dollars, and I guess I am. I have to give back the government portion of the fund, but I don't care. My ex thinks I'm being stupid and irresponsible, wasting my son's money like this. I don't care. My son would laugh his ass off if he knew I actually did it. And I want to cry a little bit.
Yeah. No, not the asshole. Also, fucking mom's a little sketch. If I listened to that properly, she said she was going to use his scholarship for living expenses after he died.
The sentence is it says she knew he had a scholarship and was just going to use the money for living expenses and emergency fund.
Oh,
I think
like
she meant
he was going to. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, yo, that's fucking wild. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. There was no like determination. Well, if anything happens and you don't want to use it, I'll give it to your stepbrother who I've never given anything to. I don't know. As a child in multiple step situations, I can definitely see where this guy's head is, and I don't think that he's doing anything wrong, and I don't understand why she would be mad about it either.
Yeah.
But,
people are weird when what they think they're like entitled to.
yeah.
You know, like the son we shared died, but like I still have a son that you could give that money to.
Yeah. Or no.
Honestly, I think it's beautiful that like that it was an inside joke that him and his son had, and then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go do that thing, even though it was never meant to be like a real thing.
Yeah. Now, do you think that the monks will give him more than one case because of the circumstances?
Depends on what language the monks speak, right? Like if
he
they're
said
German monks, you
Belgium,
don't
right?
speak German, you can't explain to them that you and your son had this long-standing inside joke about coming here and drinking beer, and then he died,
Well,
so you're here to do it.
I mean, through technology, anything's possible.
I think this would make a great movie. I think you get Steve Carell to play the father.
Yeah.
Damn. Maybe who's a younger person now? I don't like Tom Holland to be the
Timothy
son.
Chalamet.
Ooh, Timothy Chalamet should be the son. Yep. And they have a great relationship, and then he gets killed in the car, and then.
Oh,
Steve
you know
Carell-
what? I changed my mind. The kid Max from Good Boys. Yeah. It's funny you say that because there's another story that I had that I didn't talk about that I was like, this would be a fucking funny ass movie because a jail got locked down because a convicted killer went missing for 12 hours. And then the cops figured out that they forgot him at the courthouse. But like, imagine it as like a super season. We don't know who the fuck this guy is. We gotta lock everything down, and they're like getting scared by nothing. So like a blend of Tucker and Dale versus Evil and like Cabin in the Woods kind of thing, where it's like, oh fuck, dude, it's like scaring themselves, and then this guy's like just at the courthouse drinking coffee, reading magazines in the lobby and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, those ideas are copywritten from West of Nowhere. Get at us if you want to make those movies. Netflix, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'd like to thank our friends, the Macabre Emporium, the Real Creature Feature, the Dark Windows Podcast, the Society of Cryptid Hunters, and of course the Remedial Scholar.
That's it. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.